Okay, it says I'm live. I have to apologize for all this, folks. With my computer being out of service, the only way I can connect is through my phone, and the only way I can connect my phone is by live stream. So, three, two, let's get on with it. Have you ever heard of Cherokee wine? Cherokee wine is this unique little product. What you do is you take a can of Lysol. That's a bad place to start from. Then you take a nail and a hammer or a heavy rock. That's not a good place to go either. And that hammer or heavy rock is an actual quote. So don't give me any shit. All right. So what you do is you take the nail and use a hammer or heavy rock to punch a hole in the can of Lysol. Then you drain the Lysol into a 1 gallon jug. The one I saw was a milk jug. So I hope they rinsed it out completely. Then you fill the rest of the gallon jug with water. Then you shake it up and you drink it. Um, it's pretty obvious that Lysol Company did not intend for their product to be drank. It says do not ingest. All right. It's there on the can. And yet people do this anyway and they get uproariously drunk. Now, the purpose of the documentary that I learned about this from was to bring attention to this problem. First of all, alcoholism, and second of all, I believe that's ethanol alcohol, which is really, really bad idea. But it's being done anyway. Right now, the city of Chicago is suing Glock, the American branch of the company, the Austrian branch of the company, the Glock dealers, wholesalers, literally anybody that has anything to do with the company in any way, shape, or form. I'm amazed they aren't suing owners yet because of something called a Glock switch. Now, obviously, that's a colloquialism, but what it does is it does convert a semi-automatic only Glock into a automatic gun. Right? It's a machine pistol. Glock's whole defense is that this is not the way we intended for this product to be used, any more than the maker of the nail and the hammer intended for the nail and the hammer to be used to punch a hole in a can of Lysol. And Lysol very much intended for that to not be done. It's on the label. All right. I have to ask, if somebody's doing something that is specifically against the intention of the manufacturer, then how are they to blame? I want to underscore this point a little bit. Glock does make an automatic handgun. I believe it's the uh, Glock 19. It's 9 millimeter selective fire, so it's semi or fully, right? So it's not that they can't do it; it's that they intended for the 17, the 22, the whatever the 45 caliber is. They didn't intend for people to do this. That is not what they designed this to do. Somebody going out of their way to get around the design limitations. How are they to blame? How is Lysol or United Hardware to be blamed for people making Cherokee wine? How is the milk producer or their supplier of the milk of the jugs to be blamed for people making Cherokee wine? If you do something that's against the intentions of the manufacturers, no matter the limitations or considerations that they put in place, how are they to be blamed? Part of the argument is that the ATF warned Glock, supposedly, about this design issue. Well, it's the same ATF that said, yes, you can sell these in the United States. That's not a problem. Somebody changed that part of the game. Somebody literally altered the gun to make it illegal. How are they to be blamed? I want to underscore all of this with a slight uh, reference back to Lysol. It is illegal to use Lysol to produce uh, alcohol for consumption. It's a direct contradiction of the directions on the product. You see this all the time in pretty much every other household product on earth. Especially when it comes to uh, drugs and consumables, it is a violation of federal law to use this product contrary to the directions or instructions. Sometimes the word is instructions. How is this, any of this, Lysol or United Hardware or Glock's fault? If you're going to hold one industry to the standard, you've got to hold them all to the same standard. So I tell you what, City of Chicago, when you sue Lysol for their part in making Cherokee wine, then I will treat you seriously. Until then, and everything else you could possibly think of while we're at it, until then, we all know this game. You're trying to sue the industry out of existence. And that's, I mean, I guess that's fine. If you can sleep at night knowing that an industry can be sued out of existence, well, good for you. I'm having a whole lot of trouble sleeping at night knowing that industries can be sued out of existence because you don't like them. Had the founders foreseen the future, they would have written a very different Second Amendment. The protection of the people being necessary to the security of a free state, the duty of the people to keep and bear arms shall be enforced. Keep calm and mandatory carry on.